We are here with
Dr. Noel Brown and the Friends of the United Nations NGO here in the headquarters of the United Nations in New York City. And we're here to talk about the initiatives of the Friends of the UN and the partnerships that have come together with Hum Media and my company Mad Chill Productions. And Dr. Brown, the world, Dr. Brown, tell us about the Friends of the United Nations.
Well, thank you very much for the introduction, for giving us a kind of world focus. The Friends of the United Nations was established approximately 25 years ago. We're really responding to some very vicious attacks on the United Nations by various groups within the United States and around the world. And we thought that part of our problem was that the world did not get a very clear sense of how the United Nations really register in terms of people's consciousness and satisfying some fundamental human needs. And we thought we could become a small bridge in translating some of the things that the United Nations was doing to the world community, and most especially to our local audiences. And I don't think we can boast that we have solved all the problems, but we have survived for 25 years. And we now are beginning to reach out more boldly and perhaps more systematically to different publics. One group that seemed to be really ready for receiving us is the fashion world. And you may ask, why the fashion world? Well, fashion is rather a major industry. At last count, I think it was a $200 or $250 billion industry. And it does many things. It uses many natural products, hides, skins, fabrics. It sets standards and sets tastes and cultivates values. And we feel that this will be a very, very effective partner for us in reaching to different sectors of the community. And we are very, very proud of the relationship so far.
That's how it came to me from an old Georgian proverb. Wherever you go, wear the hat of the people.
Beautiful.
So that would work for our campaign for tolerance perfectly. Wear each other's hats, know more about each other, know more about each other's cultures, and respect each other, and celebrate diversity this way. And so,
is this the hat behind you?
Yes,
that's the one. Let's see it.
The hat.
That is gorgeous.
Rissa, you designed the hat. Can you tell us what it represents?
It represents all cultures and
hats of the world.
Hats of the world. The hat is a very important symbol, because everybody wears hats, and hats can be protection, hats can be identification, and it is also aesthetic value, very important aesthetic value. And wearing your own hat, you have to be proud. So I put all the hats, all beautiful hats in one, and I made it for peace. And it says, wear my hat, tolerance makes peace possible, and celebrate diversity. And amazing Dr. Judy is the first one to receive this hat, and I'm honored to give it to you. And I believe with all my heart that you are the best representative for this hat, to wear and to share.
Oh, to wear and to share. How lovely. That's wonderful. Well, may I put it on?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Oh, it looks great.
Wow.
Very nice.
Thank you. I'm very honored, and that was very eloquently expressed about exactly what the spirit.
You're so eloquent, and after Dr. Brown and Joy, it's hard to say something better, but it's from my heart, and it's from my art and my creative self.
Your heart and your art. I love it. Right, and the creativization that you express so well, because we notice it. This is a way that we really get to express ourselves and communicate. It's a nonverbal kind of communication that we are really giving to another person about how we feel about ourselves, as you said, and how we feel about our environment too. It is a message, and so fashion as a communication is a real cultural way of connecting.
And Mikey, you've covered fashion weeks for many years with Mad Chill. What have you noticed about?
Well, what I was going to say was that I've noticed that so many different industries come together, and so many different people come together for Fashion Week in New York. It's a highly international event, and you know, just the press alone, you know, you have press coming in from all over the world, and that's fantastic for what we're doing, because as we're out there, you know, people are going to want to know what's happening. They want to know the scoop, and they'll be able to bring it to their individual countries right directly through their own line of communication, you know, their own venue, whatever press or internet or television station it's on.